Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in, imagine breathing in a breath of inspiration. Feeling that inspiration going in through your nose into your lungs. And as you exhale, just allow a feeling of tension that you've been holding on to leave your body in your outward breath. As you breathe in and breathe out, notice that your eyelids are releasing any tension, feeling heavier, relaxed. Breathing slows down. Jaw loosens. I want you to imagine that a lot of stress is imaginary. A lot of that feeling of pressure is imaginary. And you know it's imaginary because there's been times in your life where there was so much pressure and then something happened and all of that pressure just disappeared immediately. A new priority, someone you cared about needed your attention, and all of that weight of that pressure disappeared in a moment, which proves that none of it's real. Doesn't mean there isn't consequences and rewards for doing good work on time, exceeding the expectations of other people. But you don't have to do any of it. All of it is something that you can choose to do, and maybe you enjoy it. And I want you to go back in time to feeling inspired. Maybe you can imagine a beach in Spain, and you were able to see beauty in the ordinary. You could see something that other people couldn't see. And this is a mixture of talent, focus, experience, and all the work that came up to this point. That you have the ability to notice art that inspires, that has an emotional reaction on people. So imagine being back on that beach, maybe feeling the sun on your skin, hearing the waves, feeling the sand beneath your toes, and tap into that feeling of inspiration. In that moment of feeling inspired, there was no deadlines, no pressure. I want you to think of what talented people do. Talented people deliberately put themselves in challenging positions because they know. They know that when it needs to be done, it can be done. They can trust that something or someone or some power will give them what they need when they need it. But here in this moment, there was no pressure. There was beauty and inspiration, connection, and thought that you could already see what was possible because you have the eyes of an artist. And maybe there were other people on that beach that didn't see what you saw. They just saw a place to relax and fall asleep on. Or they saw the seawater to have a swim in. But you saw the ingredients for some amazing work, some art. And as you tap into that feeling, I want you to imagine there is soft sand with a big blanket, and just imagine lying on that blanket, breathing in and breathing out, feeling the sun on your skin. As you imagine falling asleep there on that beach, opening your mind to the possibility that your future can replace pressure and stress with stimulation and challenge. What is a deadline to one person means something else to someone else. I want you to imagine that the very best do better when pressure is on. And maybe you've wondered why so many world records are broken in the Olympic finals. Because those people with talent do their best work when there is that pressure around them. And maybe pressure has felt daunting and challenging, but what if pressure was just an ingredient to activate a resourceful state where you were able to channel those talents and skills and resources within you to produce your very best work. Breathe in and breathe out and open your mind to powerful suggestions. Suggestions that mean you can enjoy everything that you've earned up to this point. I want you to imagine, just in your imagination there on that beach, thinking of yourself, maybe in your art studio, immersed in your world, seeing yourself inspired, channeled, lost in a world where time stood still. See yourself in a state of ecstasy, as what was a picture turns into an idea, turns into work, and turns into almost bringing something or someone to life. As you recognize the blessing of your talent, your drive, your motivation, and your work ethic, knowing that they all contribute to your artistic success, that these are the keys that make it all possible. I want you to dig deep and imagine that there is a spring. Not a mechanical spring, but a spring that produces water, and I want you to feel that this is a spring of gratitude, a never-ending spring of gratitude. That whenever you feel stressed or pressured, you can feel grateful for the help you've had. Feel grateful for your talent, grateful for the relationships that you've cultivated, grateful for your unique abilities. And the more grateful you feel, the more inspired to produce work. Because how can you not be grateful for all of this skills and talent and then not do something with it? Embrace the feeling of being a new artist, just like when you started, where time stands still and excitement bubbles within you each and every time you create. And in the same way that you create art, what if you yourself our art. Your emotions, your experiences, your skills and talents are all just colours on a canvas that make something unique. But imagine how that canvas would change as the pressure and the stress is replaced by feelings of pride, gratitude, and inspiration. Because art is something you get to do, a labour of love that fills your soul with joy and fulfillment. You deserve to be featured in galleries across the world because your artistic journey is a testament to your dedication and talent. Gratitude isn't something that comes from the compliments of other people. I want you to imagine feeling gratefulness, that gratitude expand within you whenever you feel inspired. Every stroke of your brush or pen, every time you make a refinement to your work, feel that gratitude growing and expanding, fueling your inspiration. And what if your art was just your vehicle to have an impact on the world? This is your calling. This is what you're here to do. I want you to imagine that you're sitting in front of a plate of your favorite food. And then someone says, "You have to eat this food." And you might smile. Someone says you have to eat the food which is delicious for you. There is no downside to eating this food because you already find it desirable. So from this point onwards, when you have a deadline, a quantity of art that needs to be produced by a particular time, you can smile. Someone's telling you to do something that you love to do anyway. This isn't punishment. This isn't stress. This isn't pressure. This is you living your dream. Every deadline is a privilege. Every new gallery requesting your work is a blessing. Embrace the idea that your work is a testament to your dedication and love for the artistic process, and feel a deep sense of fulfillment and satisfaction every time you work or complete a piece of art, knowing it's a manifestation of your creativity. You are a beacon of inspiration. There are children that will see your work and be inspired to pursue their passions as a direct result of the work that you have done. And the more work you produce, and the more galleries you're displayed, the more you amplify your ability to inspire and have an impact on the world. And if your unconscious mind is willing to acknowledge that you deserve your success, is willing to embrace and accept the attention, knowing that it comes from the work that you've done, but also all the help you've received from other people, just let me know by nodding your head. And in doing so, you unlock more of that gratitude, which will create more inspiration, which will create more enthusiasm, which will create a hunger, a drive, a desire to produce even more of your very best work. Breathe in and breathe out, and imagine Getting up from that blanket on the beach, walking around, seeing all the beauty around you, and feeling that it's a blessing to be alive. You're grateful for the talent and the way that you see the world, and you're optimistic about the future and all the opportunities that will come your way. It's time to return to the present, no longer on a beach, no longer in your imagination, but back in your own physical body as you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, feel like you're integrating into the present. As very soon I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling inspired, grateful, blessed, and optimistic about the future. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.